No, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
I agree, Bob.
He ain't lying.
It's funny because it's true.
Actually, I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
From the heart of a pissed-off fan's basement, we bring you Buck and Bob really hate the Chiefs right now. And Mel.
That's me.
I'm Bob.
I'm Buck. We're not fancy analysts, but we're pissed off.
But yeah, we have just as many pissed-off takes. Oh, my God,
I'm not
dude.
as
I don't
pissed
even
off.
know where to start.
I'm
This
really
was
not
the
as pissed
dumbest freaking thing. This was the dumbest thing I've seen in the history of the Andy Reid era. I mean, I don't even know what to think about this. We had the game well in hand. It was literally a walk in the park. And then Drew Tranquil decides to play defense on Nick Bolton, who was having an amazing game. And he just like, oh, I'm going to knock it out of your hands. Interception that would have turned it to at least 17-0 or 21-0, taking the crowd completely out of it. But instead, no. They let this happen, and then they let everything just pile on top. I mean, and we could talk about the officiating, but that's not what lost the game. The officiating, though, was absurd. They called all this, like, literally the same things. There was not one penalty that I saw that wasn't legit on the Chiefs. Problem is, I saw that same penalty across the board on the Jaguars, but not called. So that's what I'm going to say about that. But that's not what beat us. What beat us is stupidity, just across the board. Like I said, across her nose, not up it. All right, I'm going to relax for a second. And let you guys talk.
I'm not as animated. There were a lot of missed opportunities. That's my takeaway from this game. That play where Drew Tranquil, that was very well put, by the way, where Drew Tranquil decided to play defense on Nick Bolton, that absolutely killed the momentum, and it actually swung the momentum into the way of the Jaguars. We were up 14-0. The Jaguars scored 21 points before the Chiefs could get back on the board again. It absolutely took Mahomes everything he could to try to get momentum back in the third quarter.
They didn't even know how to play the game.
But there were so many mistakes.
Like the penalties they actually called on them, they had to because the clock hit 0 and they had to call delay a game.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not at the point where I want to talk about penalties, to be honest. There was some bad calls.
Oh, no, there's plenty of other stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I feel like it was the tale of two games, though, for me. Like, I was like, we started and we were like moving and grooving, and I was like, oh man, okay, all right, we're bringing it back. We got the mojo still, all right. And then it was like, no, actually, you don't. You're gonna get stuffed here. And then it just went away, and it like everything went away. All of the good, all of the things that we had rolling in the beginning stopped rolling. And I don't know. Like, I agree that there was some momentum loss with the Drew Tranquil, like, missed interception. But at the same time, like, we can't get it back? Like, who are we?
Bob
Why
nailed it.
can't we get it back?
It was the crowd. I mean, he's right. Had we taken that interception, and even if we didn't score anything on that, we just went, 5 or 6 plays up to the 50 and then punt it, whatever. At that point, the crowd is completely out of it. But they, that play alone kept them in the game. And
but
then
what team are we that we can't make our way back? Like, that's where I'm at, is like
the team that can't get out of their way with their own penalties.
Yeah. I
We
mean,
literally outplayed them in every facet of the game. Patrick Mahomes, a 10-yard rushing average. Pacheco, a 5.1-yard rushing average.
I've got a lot to say about Pacheco.
A 7-yard run average. I know he had the big, long run, but still, averages are averages. I mean, Smith, a 4-yard average. Worthy, a 9-yard average. They're like Editine had a 4.1 when he's sitting at almost 6 for the first four weeks. I mean, we outplayed them in every facet. And then, oh my God, the pick six interception, the end of the game, not even showing that play. Like, I mean,
I've got a lot to say about Pacheco tonight, but right now we are focusing. Well, Bob's stepping away, so maybe we can turn the momentum here a little bit and talk about some of the good that I saw tonight. Pacheco, to me, is a guy that got drafted in the 7th round, and he's really, really, really good for that pick. And we've talked about it a lot. Bob brought it up before anybody else, and as far as I know, Pacheco doesn't have vision, right? But tonight, he was making cuts. He was moving where he was to hit holes. It looked like he had patience, and he still had that fire. I mean, it's not like he had to calm himself down to get that patience. He was able to still do it with the intensity that he runs with, and I saw some real promise with Pacheco, not just once or twice. It was 5 or 6 times. There was several good. He broke 2 tackles on one play.
Yeah!
On one play,
Yeah!
he broke 2 tackles. That was absolutely.
But see,
that was a
that's when we were
shining
moving.
silver lining in this game.
That was the second drive. That's when we were moving. We were grooving. We were like, this is it. We got this. And then you saw, it was like the Chiefs came into this moment and they started strong and they were like, yeah, we got this. We're like throwing over here, throwing over there, running over here, running over there. And then one bad thing happens and everybody's on the sidelines pouting. Like, what's going on, guys? Like, come on.
King Jamie has it right here. Buck, we are the 53 Stooges. I'd be having a ball. So much talent, but so many guys acting like they are new to football. Like trying to block and still getting hit in the eyes. I mean, that's the best way to describe it.
I mean, I feel like that's late in the game. We saw some of that. Like,
No,
I think
we
Brown got hit in the shoulder with a pass from Mahomes, where I'm like,
on that last drive. Yeah.
No open containers. Lid.
Yeah. But, we weren't out of sorts on the first 2 drives. Where when we were up 14-0 and we had the momentum, those 2 drives were solid. We had that one that was 5 plays, 97 yards, I believe is what it was. 97 yards and 5 plays. And I wrote a note after that. If this is the offense that we're bringing to the table, if NFL defenses aren't scared, then they're not paying attention.
Dude, and Tyquan Thornton, started out with, I don't know where's that. Started out having that amazing Tyreek Hill-esque wasp play, like we even talked about, where he had the vision to see that it was short because Mahomes was under pressure and he comes back for the ball. Like, that was awesome. And we're sitting there going, oh, it's coming to fruition. And then they just burn down. And then I'm watching them on the sideline again, and I'm seeing the same crap that we saw last year. Mahomes staring off into space. Pull out the iPad. Pull out the iPad. I'm tired of it. Go back to what you did before. Brush it off. That type of shit, to be mad about it and to stay mad about it, that's for us fans. That's not for you.
That's true.
It is.
That's a really good point.
We are the ones that should be stewing over this crap. They are bigger than that, better than that. You guys are legends. What are you doing? You're some idiot. Oh, my God. All I can think of with Trevor Lawrence doing dumb stuff the entire game is, coach said throw the ball. Was I supposed to snap it there? Was I supposed to snap it? My bad. Oh, it just drives me nuts, man.
Yeah, I just think Trevor Lawrence looks confused half of the time. He
literally is.
Well, yeah, but then he gets on the field and he doesn't look so confused when he's their leading rusher.
Yeah, that's all he was. And why? We called it. in our lead up, we talked about how, Spags found the cheat code. Bolton going after, let's keep rushing him. He's definitely not as good as Lamar Jackson. Boom, and then we just let him oh my gosh, it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating.
I don't know that our defense let us down tonight. I feel like there were some missed
The entire
opportunities.
team did. The special teams have definitely let us down.
The special teams, I think, really and it's hard to say because the special
Jack
teams,
Cochran, jackass.
the special teams doesn't get any credit when they do well, unless they do overly well, but they get a lot of hate when they mess up, which.
So I got my buddy from work, Jorge, texted me several times during that game. And after the game, I don't think you heard this, there was a penalty on every return tonight for the Chiefs. And I don't know, I wasn't paying attention to see if there was a penalty on every single one, but it sure did seem like it. I mean, if that's not correct, it's pretty damn close.
The Chiefs had 13 penalties for 109 total yards, and Jacksonville had 4
for 25.
For 25.
And they're the most penalized team in the NFL coming to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, does that track? I watched so many penalties. We're not talking about penalties because literally, the penalties aside, we still could have won the game if we would have. Dude, Brown had such a good game. Gubby Thick talks about how if he just would have turned his head faster, it hit him on the left shoulder pad. But he had such a good game prior to that.
Yeah. He really was strong. He made some big catches in some big moments.
Yeah.
We outplayed him across the board. And we still managed to lose.
Oh, you know what? King Jamie's got a good point.
I've got a higher octave. I can't even talk with a deep voice because of this.
I want to read this
ruined
one.
me.
Oh, here we go. King Jamie says, just think about how spoiled we've been for 13 years. Only seven of them were domination. We were so spoiled by Tony G, we didn't even notice Kelsey. Now we're mad at Kelsey. Not me. I love my guys, all of them.
Dude, Kelsey kicked butt today.
This was the first game where, we have zero negative to say about Kelsey. His attitude on the sideline, he had, later in the game when it was looking grim, he was over there looking like Mahomes, kind of defeated on the sideline. But I'm not going to blame him for that.
But that was when Jacksonville was driving. Not that was when Jacksonville was driving the last after we had scored.
Yeah, it was at the very end. Yeah,
oh my
it
God.
wasn't. He didn't make any mistakes. In fact, I want to pull it up.
He was 8 for 7 for 61 yards.
He didn't catch everyone. That's right. He had that one that it was right in his helmet, and he should have caught it.
Yeah.
That was
a
big miss. But it was only one.
That's a very nobody's gonna catch everything. Right?
So we ain't mad at Kelsey, but
he broke a lot of tackles.
He's had some issues this season.
Well, okay, I take that back. He didn't break a lot of tackles. He had a lot of yards after catch.
Yes.
Yeah, he did, which was awesome.
Which was great.
That shows how hard he's been working out the off season.
Yeah.
I think Kelsey's coming to fruition, but it doesn't. Dude, the whole game. Okay, the whole game reminded me of that commercial. I don't know if it's I don't know what the commercial's for. But it's hilarious. It's the one where there's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy chasing a
State Farm, I think.
Bunch of kids.
Oh yeah.
And the girl goes and the guy goes, why don't we go hide behind the machetes in the garage? And the girl goes, why can't we just get into the running car?
Chainsaws.
That's what
chainsaws,
this
not
game.
machetes.
Yeah, but that's what this game reminded me of. It's why can't we just
Yeah.
And then they show the murderer guy, and he looks at him, and he goes,
Yeah.
I love
and
that
that's all the
commercial.
fans going,
Yeah.
why can't we just do this? But I will say, our time management should have been good. We took so much time off the clock. It turns out too much time.
I told you that when Hunt went in. I said we should have taken a knee.
Well, I'm saying we
very
took
end.
too much time apparently, because I don't think Hunt should have taken a knee. I think I'm not confident enough in our offense to be able to push that in.
No, Butker should have kicked it in bounds.
Yes. And that's the special teams.
That too. And then
But
On top of that, oh my God, Jerry Tillery, you better hide your head in Kansas City until you get a sack, man. Dude, I could have held on to Trevor's ankle. I could have done it easily. I'll bet you money. We could actually try it. I will go to bat for that. I could hold that
bet.
Dude, no freaking way. Literally, the only excuse would be if his shoe came off in your arms. Like, there is no excuse for that big size 14 foot getting out of your hands. Ooh, he fell down on 4th down.
Twice.
On the goal line.
Twice.
And scrambled to get back up.
Yeah.
And you couldn't tackle him? What is wrong with you guys?
They couldn't get enough pressure to get to him after he had fallen down twice.
Yeah, that
Jesus.
was the worst.
That was absolutely
That was
deplorable.
like the epitome of the worst of the game right there, right? Was like he falls down again, and then runs in for a touch. Like, how does that happen?
He got up. He was so surprised that that nobody was even threatening to tackle him at that moment.
Well, because they all thought he fell down.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
And then, so King Jamie's got a funny one here.
He said, Bob, you see Bolton get hit in the dink with a helmet, then have to suffer through making a tackle the very next play? That hurt me to watch it.
I'm still not sure I watched the replay. I was like, dude, you just got hit in the nuts. But, but I wasn't positive. I think it might have just been a shaft hit, which isn't as bad, but definitely isn't good, but but it could have been one, but it was either that or the lower abdomen, but either way, he was certain. But also on Bolton, MVP, like the last 2 weeks, dude, would have had a pick to a night, stopped a 4th and 1 on the goal line with a forced fumble. I mean, dude, guys, if you watched any Chiefs coverage, any local Chiefs coverage that ever told you we shouldn't keep Bolton and Bolton was bad, you should stop listening to that channel. They don't know ball. Seriously, save yourself a lot of time. Listen to Buck and Bob.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, we've been right on the majority of things we have said throughout the off season, and it's come to fruition. I mean, it's just facts are facts. And if you guys heard a lot of people saying that Bolton wasn't good, well, you probably shouldn't be listening to those guys or gals.
Listen, you take the good, you take the bad.
Yeah.
You put them both together, what do you have? It's the facts of life, man. The facts of life.
It's the facts of life.
Okay,
in the world.
I do want to talk about,
Stop it. You did it on purpose.
the first drive, we started great.
2 drives.
No, the first drive. We
First drive, yeah.
started great, and I was like, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. And we had to punt, right? So that was the first, where I was like, crap, maybe we're not in that zone yet. But then we came back.
That was the
and
one
we did really well.
That was the one that Travis dropped. Was
Yeah.
that first offensive possession? Yep.
I think. I don't
It
know
was.
for sure.
I have
Yeah,
it noted
okay.
here. Yeah. I usually do really good with the first 4 or 5 possessions for both teams.
yeah.
And then I just remember everything else.
Yeah, I get a lot more
I get
because
so into
I'm
the
so
game.
invested in the
Yeah.
game, I forget to write it down. But I know that the Jaguars also didn't start strong, right? Our defense was really well, and they didn't get their first down until 3 minutes left in the first quarter. So they struggled as well.
Yeah, we didn't have our first 3 and out till the end of the third quarter.
Yeah.
Second quarter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was our first. Our first 3 and out came after Drew's bonehead move on the pick that should have happened. They went ahead and scored the TD after Drew Tranquil's bonehead move.
You know what that reminds me of? That
the
play?
whole momentum was just shot at that point, and they weren't taking it back.
When Kansas City drafted Dwayne Bowe, and in the preseason, I think it was the first preseason game, whoever was throwing the ball to Tony Gonzalez in the end zone on like the very first drive, and he was bobbling it, and from nowhere, Dwayne Bowe came running and like jumped over Tony Gonzalez, grabbed the ball, and got the touchdown.
I think I remember
And
this.
people were so pissed that this new kid came in and took away a touchdown from Tony G.
From what
Tony was probably pissed.
From what
Yeah,
I
the difference
understand,
is
though,
Dwayne made that catch.
He probably it was probably much liked across the team after we heard what he did to Tamba in his rookie year.
Right?
But yeah, so Edwin Tapia says, I think the offense did good, but I feel like the defense was already thinking about the Lions. I mean, the offense started out good, but boy, they didn't finish good.
They sputtered.
Yeah, and I mean, the Jags were literally clueless. Like, you look at their last drive of the first half, and I thought, there's no way we lose this game.
The worst clock management I can remember seeing. It was deplorable. They had a timeout and they wasted 30 seconds on that or 20 seconds on that first down.
Trevor, though, Trevor was a hot mess. Like, he had 2 delay of games and 1 almost delay of game where the coach called the timeout.
Mm-hmm.
Like, 3 delay of games? That's absurd.
But that's a good point,
Get
though.
it together.
Do you think that there was any of that thinking ahead about the Lions at all at any point? I didn't really feel that necessarily, but I definitely won't poo-poo it away.
I mean, looking at what happened,
Good.
I think we had a plan A for the Jags, and I don't think we had a plan B or C. And that was what I was scared about. It's what I talked about. I was like, we're going to go in there and we're going to stomp them unless we're overconfident. And it seems like we were overconfident because as soon as hardship hit, we thought the Chiefs were back last week, but the true test is if we would have come back and got momentum back this week. That would have meant the Chiefs are back. But no, I saw Patrick Mahomes staring into space. I saw the team look defeated all through the second half. I am disgusted by what happened, and it's not okay. Like, suck it up. If you're champions, you're champions. If not, then we're just...
Okay. I disagree. I think you're taking some end moments from Patrick Mahomes on him. Like, we don't see all of the sideline footage. We don't know what he was like. I've brought this up before. But what I will say is they did get defeated, and they did show that. Like, they did not come back. They did not have that comeback mentality. Like, they are not confident in their comeback ability anymore.
Okay. And now I want you to understand I'm not yelling at either of you. I'm yelling at the team. It's a 3-hour game! A 3-hour game! A 3-hour tour. Get your ass off the sideline. Don't sit and stare into space ever during the entire 3 hours. I can do that. You can too. That's what I say about that.
This is a tough one for me, man, because I do know that a lot of times they'll show the sidelines at specific times to try and make a team, trying to find a narrative for why a team is doing what they're doing.
I'm not find that though early on in Pat's career.
Maybe
you wouldn't
not.
Find it.
Maybe not.
You would see him on the iPad or pumping his team up
if
on the
they,
sideline.
If they at that point thought that they had tiny adjustments to make, they would come over to the sideline, immediately take care of that, and in their minds think that, okay, now we've got this licked. We know what we're going to do. So maybe there was nothing more to look at. But I'm not going to sit here and argue and say that you're wrong here. Look, if they're losing and they don't have the game in hand, then why aren't they studying something, trying to get something better? It was a bad look, and we've seen it a lot when the Chiefs are down. And it almost looks like they should care more. I don't think that they care less, but it looks like they should care more. I don't know. That's a tough thing to talk about, just because we only get to see a very, very, very small fraction of the time on the sideline.
And my whole point is, it's 3 hours. You should be animated the entire time. There's
You
no
can
time
be-
for breaks.
You can be animated, but I feel like Mahomes is like he doesn't need to look back at the film as much anymore because he realized his mistake. And he's over there contemplating, and we're judging him for contemplating his mistake. Now, I think what you should want is him pumping up his team more.
No, him looking at the iPad
No.
and seeing what he did.
Yeah, he knows what he did.
That's a problem. He doesn't. Okay. So when Mahomes first started, I was like, he's got the opportunity to become the greatest of all time. I hope he remembers to stay humble and to stay a student of the game and to take a proper contract. Now he's done 2 of those, but if he's not studying the iPad on the iPad after every mistake or every possibility that he could have had, then he's not doing the 3rd one, which is stay a student of the game.
You don't know that he's not, is my point.
I do know that he's not taking his time to look at what he could have done differently.
You don't know that.
well, hold on.
You know the very few scenes that they show us of him on the sideline where he's not.
I also think he has less to learn at this point. We're talking about
Yes.
year 7 Mahomes versus year 1 or 2 Mahomes.
Right.
He had a lot to
That's
learn
where
on
I
every
think
single
you're wrong.
play. So I'm not saying. What I'm saying is he understands everything at a much better level, and he's seen everything at this point. So I think he's got the ability to look at the play 2 or 3 times and be able to see everything that it used to take him, watching it 7, 8, 9, 10 times.
But see, now he could see more nuance that he never saw prior.
But what if
Like,
Nagy?
I mean,
what
I
if
think-
Nagy
I
comes
think
up
your
to him?
guys' argument
What if
is
Nagy
crazy.
comes up to him and says, "Hey, it was X, Y, and Z," and he's like, "Yeah, you're right. Damn."
Then he should be like, Nagy, what the hell do you know? I know more about ball than you. Shut up.
Okay.
Like, I'm just
So
saying,
you're telling me that it's okay for Mahomes to disregard Nagy, but not for Jones to disregard Spags.
no, I'm saying that if Nagy comes up to him and says, oh, it was this, this, and this, without him doing his own investigation, then that's just an idiot move by Mahomes. Like, dude, no matter how sensible it sounds, you still do your own research, and you still, dude, you guys, we could just agree to disagree.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, like, dude, he's not staying a student of the game.
What up, Jamie?
I disagree.
I just don't think he has to spend the entire time on the sideline watching the tablet.
I would like to
that's
see
your-
him.
that's your
I
opinion.
would like to see him pumping up his teammates.
Yeah,
more.
that I would completely
Like,
agree with.
I do think they need a little more motivation, and I am very aware that I don't see all the sidelines, so maybe he is doing that enough. But I think, especially when they're down or when they're struggling to convert, they have a mental block right now, and they need to get over it.
You know what? Overall, offensively, there were a lot of things to take away from this game that I think are positive.
Agreed.
There were a lot of drives that were absolutely killed by penalties, stupid penalties. Let's talk about Juwan Taylor. He had one penalty, and it wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
And there were a lot
receiver
of-
was it?
I didn't even pay attention to what
Yeah, I
receiver
didn't
it was because I was getting a text from Jason, my buddy, who he didn't even realize that happened because he said as soon as he heard Taylor, he just started cursing and yelling at the TV, so he never even heard that it was the receiver's fault. That just sucks that it got called on him.
Yeah.
But I saw a lot
sure.
of good out of the offense if they hadn't killed the momentum on those plays or on those drives with penalties.
But you know what's one positive that I really want to hit on
Not
is
Butker?
that no,
Sorry.
but yes, that too. But that I didn't see them steer away from the deep pass even after things weren't gelling as well. Right? So, like, I love the fact that he still threw the deep pass
Yes.
to anyone and everyone, even after the pick, which was a problem last year, right? Like, after picks, Mahomes
would
was
tighten
like
up.
real tight, like so overthinking it, so like I don't
Yep.
want to do this, like I might get another pick.
I was
And like
definitely happy
this
with
year,
that,
like
too.
I'm excited to see him just like air it out, like get it done. And he threw some like on his like falling down, and Thornton comes back for it, and beautiful, beautiful.
How about that relationship between Taekwon and Patrick that looks like
He's
it's
back.
I mean, it really looks like they're on the same page a
Oh.
lot more than what they should be for a couple guys that have only played a few games together.
I was so excited first quarter to give Taekwon my official Bob nickname. I've got Bossa. He's the Bossanada, and I would Taekwon after, the first quarter I dubbed, he's Mr. T. He's Mr. T.
Yep, Mr.
And
T.
I
I
was
liked
so
it.
excited, and now I'm just like kind of wind out of my sails. But Mr. T is still a good nickname. For
I
him.
don't always love Bob's nicknames. I just don't. But this one I liked. I like Mr. T. That's good. Throwback to the 80s there.
Yeah, Mr. T. Mr. T catches it all. He is.
What you
he
talking about,
is
fool?
The real deal. And everybody keeps talking about Worthy coming back. Everybody keeps talking about Rasheed coming back.
Worthy is back.
What's that going to hurt for Taekwon? I say nothing. Taekwon's still going to be the only X receiver we freaking have, unless Brownlee actually gets some playtime. But Taekwon is our X that we've been looking for a long, long time, and that's something to be excited about. Rasheed's going to go into the slot. He's going to do Juju's job. He's just going to do it with a lot more pizzazz and a lot more flash. Taekwon is your number 3 for sure, if not your number 2. I'm being honest. Like, Worthy is hit and miss. I love him, but everybody's making him out to be this star. Taekwon's the one that's looked like a star the start of this season. I know Worthy hasn't got to play a lot, but like, dude, Taekwon looks like the real deal.
Okay, so I think where I'm at as a fan is like Taekwon was like it. He was doing it. He was great. And then Worthy came back last week. And Worthy kind of stole the spotlight from Taekwon. And then Taekwon had like a couple really good catches, and we were like, okay, yeah, it's still there, right? But I was worried that Mahomes was going to rely too much on Worthy and not go back to Taekwon, right? But he didn't. Like, tonight he showed, like, yeah, I trust you. We're getting in a rhythm. And I don't know if that's the, like, we're getting behind. Here's Taekwon, you're my comfort zone at this point, or if it's just like they're getting in a better rhythm of like going to both of them. But Taekwon definitely made some amazing catches.
I think Mahomes has realized that Taekwon has a lot of the same characteristics ish that Tyreek had. He can get up there and he can jump. He can make adjustments downfield. He can, if he's on the same page with Mahomes, he can throw that 50-50 ball up, and I think he's really beginning to trust that Taekwon is either going to catch that ball or bat it down. More often than not, he's catching that ball.
He
but I
literally
think
said it in his interview with
I really think
Jason Kelsey tonight during like that
Did
they played. Yeah, the interview with Andy.
I mean, I
Kelsey.
the
watched
three-way interview, yeah.
Yeah. And he said, like, you just feel like he's gonna either catch the ball or the defender's not,
But I
Yeah.
think tonight, I think it's gone to the next level between those two after tonight. He realized that not only does Taekwon possess those characteristics, but he's actually going to go out there and prove it on the field big time. They didn't win the game, but I think Mahomes is learning.
Yeah.
And I still think
He's
that this
learning
offense
how to use his new tools.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
he's got new tools, right? And I think when Rice comes back, it's going to be the same thing. Like he's
But
going to have
Rice is gonna light the field up.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying it's going to be new tools that they're going to have to learn how to use. So like I don't want people to think Like, Rice will come back, and it'll be explosive, I'm sure. But there will be missteps. There will be mishaps. There will be things that, like, we have to figure out with that. But
Let's just hope Nagy can figure it out, because I was watching Steve Smith's coverage on this upcoming game, and Steve Smith is actually a pretty smart guy. Like, he never seemed like it on the sideline with his. He basically sounded like Tyreek Hill on the sideline.
Tantrums
through all of his career.
I don't think I know who that is.
The dude's smart. He was a wide receiver for the Panthers, little short guy. But yeah,
Hall of Famer, right?
I don't think he's a Hall of Famer yet. I'm not sure though.
But, pretty sure he will be. He was big time.
But
you probably had him on your fantasy
he
team.
talked about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
This
know.
isn't for this. Okay. So what he was saying was that basically. You made me just lose track because you're trying to figure out who he is, which wasn't pertinent to the podcast. He was basically saying what he's seen from Matt Nagy is Matt Nagy went from being a risk taker and a guy that really can draw up some cool plays to, after his time as head coach, just basically is a scared little man. Like, I'm paraphrasing. He didn't say little man, but he's basically saying he's scared and he wants him to get back to doing the intricate stuff that he does. And yes, I know Andy calls the plays. Yes, I know. Shut up. That is such. Guys, Matt Nagy does a lot. Don't forget. Yes, Andy calls the plays, but anybody that tells you that Matt Nagy just calls in a code, they don't know what they're talking about, so stop listening.
He definitely carries a play card on the sidelines.
He comes up with the game plan, and Andy says, okay, I like this, but please add this in, or do you think we need this? Like, maybe we should do this. Andy, checks it, but it's not Andy setting it up. It's Matt Nagy. So everybody with your whole silliness, stop. But yeah, so Steve is pretty sure that his time with I think it was the Bears, right? Basically broke him and just made him not confident. And that's why he's always doing the vanilla stuff now and throwing that in. And Andy has a lot on his plate. He's not going to be able to make the whole game plan up. Nagy needs to get out of his head and get back to calling some cool shit.
Which I think we saw though tonight.
We've seen it coming back. Coming back.
Tonight and last week, I feel like we have seen, and I'm excited, and I'm also excited that Mahomes isn't shying away from that. So I don't know who it was, whether it was Mahomes or Nagy, who was shying away from it more. It felt like Mahomes was a little gun shy because he threw so many picks at the beginning of last season that he was just like, I'm not throwing it down there anymore. I can't trust him. I don't have the whatever. But yeah, I know. But I feel like it's them getting their groove back. And I know it sucks. And I hate it, but I feel like it's coming. I feel like by the end of this year, we are going to be unreal.
I hope you're right, but that was last. To put on a performance like this after last week is just not okay. And it really just kind of pulls us down. But we had Brandon Hallam leave a comment here.
He said, I said an hour before the game, or an hour before the end of the game, the D-line were quitting mid-play or jogging. Last Lawrence touchdown, Chris Jones was just standing there watching at the end.
Dude, the D-line, the front four have got to learn how to get pressure on their own. They just have to. It's getting absurd. It really is. I mean, Jones needs to just learn his role and line up on the inside, bro, and help out the rest of your team. We saw it again, him lining up on the outside.
A lot.
Causing issues. And luckily, Leo Chanel, I don't know if it was designed in there, but he came across the field to fix one of Jones' bonehead idiot out, like lining up on the outside and taking the inside route through the fucking B gap. Like it's not okay. It's not okay, Jones. You are one of the highest paid players. You're like the second highest paid player on our team. Act like it and do what you're supposed to do. You cannot go to the outside. You watch a ton of tape. You should know this more than us. Stop doing what you want to do and listen to Spags. It's getting absurd and it's not okay. And on the side note, I'm very sorry about your hit. This is very sad. And thank you for playing last week, but But what do you guys think about, like, did you see them quitting on the plays? Or
I didn't see him quitting on the plays. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to argue that Brandon is wrong because I'm sure that we were all watching different things for different reasons. I was paying attention to certain players, and that play specifically, that Lawrence touchdown specifically, I was just fixated. You're sure it was number 99? I heard somebody else say that they thought it was number 90, which would have been a Minihue.
It wasn't a Minihue. I can bet you money.
Yeah, well, I'm not. Yeah, I'm just saying
for
that
sure wasn't.
that missed
Minihue
tackle
was
was
around there, but I think a Minihue got pushed out of the way by someone got pushed out of the way by Tillery.
I think either way, like the defensive line, my opinion on Chris Jones is that he's going back and forth because he's getting double teamed, and he was double teamed more tonight, at least in the first half.
Still under 50%.
I saw the stat in the first half that he was double teamed more tonight than he had ever been.
Still under 50% though.
the thing that I noticed about the defensive line
that.
tonight. Not only were they not
Yeah, it
getting
was 7 of
pressure,
16,
but the
50% of
offensive
the
line
16.
was absolutely for the Jags they were getting their way. They were pushing the pressure to where they wanted it so that they would have the open lanes for Lawrence to run if the play was breaking down, which happened a lot. I mean, it wasn't just the no pressure, it was the just getting manhandled at that front line.
I don't feel like we were prepared for
Have a
the
group hug
pressure.
For a second.
I don't feel like we were prepared for the
I
pressure.
just need a hug.
Yeah. I think we were.
That just confused the dog.
I know.
He's like, I want to be
It's like, whoa.
Sorry,
We
no.
weren't prepared for the quarterback run tonight.
No.
Like, we prepared for it against Baltimore because it was Lamar Jackson. And I don't think we were as prepared for it with Trevor Lawrence. Also, there were some very epic missed tackles that we
did
not have had.
We talked about it in the pregame, Bob and I said that I was afraid that they were going to go away from that defensive strategy that they used against the Ravens, and I thought that
we talked about it even on our video.
Yeah, and then
like Thursday
during the game, you said the same thing. You know, it's like, why aren't we blitzing? Why aren't we playing the same? They did bring out 3 linebackers a bunch again tonight, so it almost looked like they were setting up for that same exact game plan, and I feel like, that could have been very effective against Trevor Lawrence in the way that he played tonight. Now, maybe he would have found another way to beat us in the end, but, man,
All right,
He
it
didn't
really
beat us. We beat us.
Some
well, that's
defensive
true.
highlights,
That's true.
though. Okay, Hicks with his amazing tackle to stop Lawrence from getting into the end zone
And a couple of misses.
on 3rd and goal,
But
right?
he also had a couple
Like,
misses.
He had a couple misses.
But I'm saying that one,
Mm-hmm.
like, stopped him from getting into the end zone, which set up for Bolton to
Caused the fumble.
cause the fumble on the goal line.
Mm-hmm.
Which both of those amazing plays.
But I
right?
think 2 of his misses were for touchdowns also. I know one of them was, for sure.
And
Yeah.
Cook started off fiery, but man, some of
Well,
the
McDuffie
some
had
of
a
the
pick,
jukes,
though.
I can't believe these guys get juked as hard as they do. But I mean,
McDuffie had the pick, though, when we needed it the most. Like, when we were, like, really trailing.
Yeah,
McDuffie had the pick.
that was-
That's the only thing that got us back
Yeah.
into the game.
McDuffie got
That was
pick
huge.
because of
Karloftis.
Karloftis
right.
actually had some incredible pressure.
Yeah.
That was a blitz.
But I'm saying, like, so don't discount the defense too much. Like, they killed it at times. There were some misses. There were some, you know.
I mean, take away
Lots.
everything in the game. Okay, take away everything. The absurd officiating, absurd. I mean,
Okay.
we had penalties, and we had penalties they didn't even call. But everyone they called was legit. They just didn't call penalties on Jacksonville's, although they had a ton of legit penalties. But take all that out of the game. Take everything out of the game besides one play. Mahomes lost the game with a 99-yard freaking interception TD. I mean, if you want to talk about one play that killed them all, that's the play. How long has it been since we've even seen a 99-yard TD return on a team?
Did you see
in
Hunt?
the NFL?
Did you see Hunt chasing that guy? Like, you're so fast, I can't get you.
I mean, the guys that I saw, I would love to see who gave up early. I really should buy that.
Travis
all in
did.
22. But
Travis
I mean,
gave up immediately.
They seriously. I mean, we had guys trying to run him down, and then who was it? Was it Thornton that
It was
tried
Tyquan.
to pop it out right at the end?
Well, he had the presence of mind to know that he had been out of bounds and he wasn't going to be able to tackle him.
Yeah.
And so his only shot was to try, and he gave it the best shot. I mean, that was one of the best swings I've ever seen from a Chiefs defensive back.
Yeah,
and it wasn't enough, but
which would have just been the play would have been blown dead at that point. We would have had a chance to stop him.
Right.
But still, Tyquan actually kept trying, and yeah, that's the play that broke the camel's back, though. That is, if you want to look at one play, Mahomes, bro, what the truck?
I don't know.
And it was a linebacker. It was a linebacker. It wasn't even a freaking corner or a safety. It was a linebacker.
I hard disagree with your take on that's what broke the camel's back. I think that might have been what broke Mahomes. But what I was proud of is that Mahomes came back and still threw deep passes. And I was afraid that Mahomes would come back and not, and be too worried about, like, this isn't the right move. The defense isn't in the exact place. Like, I think Mahomes outthought himself last season, right? Where he's like, this is not the perfect scenario. I can't throw this ball. And this season, I feel like he's like, I need to trust people. I need to trust my receivers to an extent.
so it
And
didn't break him then.
It didn't break him. So I don't think.
I didn't say it broke him. I said it lost the game.
I disagree. I think there's a lot there's a lot of other things that lost the game.
Tell me that one play lost the game. That was my point. Okay.
Butker's
Argue
kickoff.
that point. What is one play that lost the game?
Butker's kickoff.
Starting at, instead of the 25, the 40, 15 yards as opposed to 99 yards, and a 14.
It's at the 45, isn't it?
switch? No,
If they kick it out of bounds?
40.
It's still 40.
Yeah, it's also 40.
You're telling me that we can't survive one interception from Mahomes?
One interception for a 99-yard TD?
Sure.
Yes, I'm saying that's the one play that if you took it back, we win the game.
Well, no. You can't
Okay.
say that.
Okay, I'm going to, and we're going to end it right there. And guys, leave it in the comments if you think I'm right or wrong. It's the only one play you can pull out and be like, if that play didn't happen,
Yeah,
we
because
don't
there's
lose.
no one play that you can pull out.
Yes, that's the one play you can. That's the whole point. It's a 14-point swing.
This is a funny comment. King Jamie said, poor Kareem sweating out 6 cheeseburgers trying to catch that kid who picked the ball for 99. That was he did. He didn't give up. He definitely didn't
He
give up.
went after it.
Yep.
He's one of the only ones that went after it. And to be fair, you said Travis, like,
Yeah, he
ended
probably
on that
didn't
play,
have any chance.
But he had no chance.
No, but
Travis Hunter, like, he was like, there's no way I'm catching that guy.
it wasn't Travis Hunter.
Yeah, it wasn't Travis Hunter.
Oh,
It was a
you're right.
linebacker.
You're right.
That boy was way
Travis
too big
Hunter,
to be-
though, made some, like, this one amazing catch Travis Hunter made.
Oh, don't encourage him, Jamie.
It's the truth. Like,
What was it?
if you can't handle the truth, did you or did you not order the code red?
I'm not arguing that you're wrong.
Right, I
I'm
did.
not arguing that you're wrong. I just there were so many things that play shouldn't have mattered.
Well, I mean, if you just look at one thing you have to give the Jags, they had, and you said it, you've said it. I don't know if you've said it here in the podcast, but they definitely had a lot of really good downfield catches. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'm pretty sure coming into this game, Trevor Lawrence was 1 for 20 or 1 for 12 on passes longer than 20 yards.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure now he's 7 for something on passes longer than 20 yards.
He had some really good throws in that fourth quarter.
Yeah,
He really did.
they were receiver
His
catches. They
longest-
weren't like on the button ones.
Yeah, his longest was 44.
Yeah, but he came in struggling with the deep ball and just had deep ball heaven against us, and I don't know why that is, but I'll have to go back and look at the tape and figure it out. But man,
There were a few of them that we looked at the replays over and over, and we were like, all right, well, who messed up there? Nobody messed up. It was a fantastic throw. It was a brilliant catch. And defensively, they were – I mean, the guys on defense played exactly how they should have.
Yeah.
It's just, when you don't have time to turn around – you got to throw your arms up, and when the guy throws his arm up and it just goes around his arm, I mean, God, man,
Yeah.
he was doing what he could. He didn't have time.
we got a good one from Daniel.
He said, hey, guys, I just wanted to say that we just need to be patient. We'll be fine. We always have a game like this where we shit the bed in all phases, have multiple turnovers, and officiating was god-awful.
I just want to say, for me, I'm not worried. I think we're going to right the ship, but we're here to do our due diligence and call out where call outs need to be called. And I'm sure Chiefs players watching this would be like, I hate this Bob guy, but he's got a point. I like this Buck guy. He's at least nice to me, but he's got some good points. And Mel, I love Mel.
Yeah, everybody loves Mel.
Yeah, but I mean,
No matter what she says.
I am not super.
She could wear a
worried.
Broncos hat and people would love her.
We could even still lose to the Bills and the Lions. And I think if we still win out, we're still fine. Even if we lose a third game besides that, I still think we are fine. Like, we'll be like 11-6 still gives us playoff chances, and might even actually be good to keep momentum going. But what do you guys are
To be
you
honest, right now, I am more optimistic of the Chiefs than I probably should be. But like at this time last year, we were winning, but I was not confident.
worried? Yeah.
No, yeah, they
Right?
were. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more confident
This
than I
year,
was.
I am confident that we will get it together, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're not winning as much, but we've got the juice. We've got what we need, and I feel like we're right there.
Good take.
I will.
Buck.
I will say for the next two games, like you said, we could lose those two games and still be in a really good spot
Well, no. It's 3 because we play the Lions next week.
next week, and then
And then the Bills is the week after the next week. I
I
think.
thought it was the next week
Are
after
they back
that.
to back?
I
don't
thought they
think
were.
They are, but I could be wrong.
Let me just say this: I'm more worried about the Detroit game than I am going forward because of what I've seen on offense. Once Worthy came back, and I know that we kind of sputtered tonight because of penalties, but I still saw so much good out of this wide receiver core. I saw so much good out of this offensive line. Juwan Taylor did a fantastic job tonight. Even watching him. When it wasn't that one penalty that was called on him that wasn't his fault. I had been watching him before that. He was lining up on the line. I'm really proud of that. Once we get Rashee Rice back, this offense has the potential to be so dangerous that I'm almost looking forward to just losing to the Lions and not getting pissed off about it, so that we can just get this season underway with the team that we really thought we would see on the field this year.
So we have the Lions and then Vegas the next week, and then we have a Monday night game against the Commanders.
Oh, so the Bills are even.
Are we even playing the Bills this year?
So the Bills are even the week after that.
Wow.
I don't know. I didn't get that far.
Jeez. She's like, Buck, you're that wrong.
Yep.
We play the Bills on November 2nd.
Cool. So it's not even
Which
this
is
month.
after the Commanders, right?
Why do you ask me these hard questions?
Well,
Anyway.
I mean, the actual. So I'm gonna be
Yes.
straight with you guys. Like the way that we're gonna win this and get back to the